Welcome in, everybody. We have a very important technical analysis to go over today, along with a early morning market breakdown. Right now, XRP did something very critical last night as we held the 50-cent mark. As when we hit the 52.22 and rejected a couple times, we talked about how we would have to validate the push up over 50 cents. And last night we came down pretty nicely in the Asian hours overnight with the Asian trading going on. We have XRP right now sitting right around the 51-cent mark. It's at about 0.5096. We've got Bitcoin that got rejected at 28,000 yesterday, as we talked about, and came back down to the 27,000. It fell to C gap, so that's a good thing, actually. We still have one around 21,000. That's the only thing that bothers me, but we're so far up right now that we could push into the next zone. And I have to read something about XRP. The last time that we had this much activity, a spike like this on the network activity, was back in March. Well, I'll show you. It was a March setup, but it ended up yielding 45% profit. So we'll see if we have the similar events transpiring here with XRP. So make sure you hit that like button. It greatly helps push me through the analytics. If you like a variety of cryptos, you found the right place. We have FOMO Fridays on Friday, which we'll be doing our $50 weekly H-bar purchase. And later on today at about 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be doing my daily live. My son's got his physical therapy at noon, so I'll be gone for about an hour and a half today, and then I'll be back home around 1:15. So I look forward to continuing this work for the community when I get back. Make sure you hit that like button, and I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Remember, positivity over negativity, but we're going to get these charts spot on, so pay attention so that you can stay ahead on this trading day. Good morning, 8:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, May 31st, believe it or not, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So the last day of May already, we're about to head into the halfway point of the year already, which is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So let's enjoy this last day of May and try to stay on top of these charts. As we can see, Bitcoin's reversed by over 600 points, down 2.18%. That doesn't tell the whole story, though. A lot of people probably flip very bearish here, which understandable. What we talked about yesterday, we got to do this by segments. If we don't break 28,000, you're going to have to come back down to 27 or 27.5, and we broke down a little bit farther. And now the 30-minute, we've had a death cross. But if you look at the 4-hour time frame, this is where it's going to tell us a lot. Is Bitcoin going to be able to come back up and re-break to the top side? Or is this where we're going to want to start to reverse here? To me, until you break this W reversal, Bitcoin's still in somewhat of a bullish formation here. Boom, boom, W bottom. Now we come back around. As long as we don't break these threshold points, this can swing back around pretty easily. So let's pay attention here. This is a double bottom until it's not. So until we break that double bottom, Bitcoin is still in the process of pushing up. We've hit some pretty big signals here where we could have a bullish cross on the weekly if you're using the RSI. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. So it's a big moment here today for Bitcoin. XRP, everybody's talking about how it seems to be decoupling. Before we get into the charts, I want to read just a little bit about what's going on. But with XDC, we talked about how it was on that inverted head and shoulders, and I had that drawn out for everybody to show that it was going to swing back up and touch that uptrending resistance, even if it got rejected. And now you can see we just talked about this yesterday or the day before, and now all of a sudden it swung up like we talked about. So in fact, it looks like that inverted right arm has formed. We're also waiting for a similar move like that with XLM. And XLM has come over the 9-cent mark. It was up to about 9.1, but then it had a nice swing back down. But we talked about it's going to have a push up. We're waiting for that big push up. We've already had the bullish cross here on XLM in the 4-hourly. We've had golden crosses here all the way up to the 3-hour, and now we're holding support on the 200-day. So yes, it looked like a nice breakdown, but this is actually a bullish setup for XLM, so pay very close attention to that spike up to 9250, as I still believe, unless that inverted head breaks at 8.5, I believe this is going up. Even with what happened overnight, this is a perfect retest for support at the Golden Cross breakout, or the Golden Cross confirmation at the 3-hour time frame. So you have to pay very close attention to the setup. So XLM is still looking pretty darn bullish, unless we get a massive breakdown here. XRP at 51 cents, looking pretty good as well. We came back down and touched the 3-hour support. We touched the 50-cent support level and held it. And I talked yesterday, the ultimate support was not to hold 52.22 yesterday. That would have signaled to move back up to 5375 to the top of the cup and handle in this mid-tier. But we needed to hold 50 cents on a confirmation, because that, I wanted it to be, and we want to make that the new psychological level for a continued move up. So, but in the daily time frame, as you can see, we pulled back over, so we don't have that bearish cross anymore. And we still have this inverted head and shoulders formed. Until it's not, it is. So now, as long as 50 cents is holding, that's a tremendous sign. That's a tremendous sign for XRP, and we have the resistance levels above that I talked about. This is your breakout. I drew the 2-tier breakout. That top part would be the overextension that we have to get on top of to start signaling that we have a bigger pump in the process. And right now we haven't got on top of that yet. We've got 52.22 we really need to get on top of, but we are holding the 50-cent support, and we know there's nothing in between that area. That's how we know we travel. Remember what I talked about? We travel between 52.22 and 50 cents, up to 52.22 as new resistance, back down to 50 cents to verify the new support. And now if we continue standard operating procedure and break back up, that would mean that we verified this breakdown, filled the gap, and now we can continue on, assuming that we don't fade any farther. And it's the same story with Bitcoin. They both came down and did the same thing. So make sure you're paying attention to all the details and more in this update, because 42.22, as we talked, or 52.22 is a major resistance level, and that could have been your first step of 2 that could have broke this pattern down. 52.22, and then the second layer is 585 if we break out of here. That could theoretically trash this pattern on a pattern double top. So that's what I got for XRP, XLM, XDC. I did the 3Xs this morning and Bitcoin. And now the DXY is the reason why some things have been shooting down. In the 30-minute time frame, you're going to see something forming here. We've already come way up here. We have not verified the 103.67. If we can break out of here now and not break down farther, we could come up to 105.305. That's in the deck of cards. It's just a matter of where we're going to come back down and retest 103.67, because we never did after a break over. So, and it's up in the air right now whether or not that's going to happen. I still think it makes the most sense to come back down to 103.674 if we're going to validate a further push up in the daily, because we've already had a 20 cross 50. We're about to have a 20 cross 100. And then typically you'll have a retest where the 20 crosses the 200. So we'll see if that plays out in standard operating procedure. And then if that does, I know right now commodities are under pressure. Crude oil's under pressure. We've got down 3.09% to 67.38 in a barrel. That's crazy cheap. It's getting to. Gold's at 1961. Got the gold silver ratio at about 84.2. That's fantastic. Silver's up about almost 0.5%. So Fortuna Silver Mines will probably get a little bit of a bid, but we'll see what happens here. Total crypto market cap at 1.098 trillion. And then I'm going to read this article and I got to go. Total crypto market cap has reverted, and it held the 1.095 on the dump down like we talked about yesterday. Looks like a W reversal, but these are steps that have to happen to push up farther. Until we break 1.049, that double bottom is in play. So right now it's still, even in the total crypto market cap, you could take a bullish bias out of this and say, okay, we're about to bounce up to 1.1395 and see what happens. So that's my personal opinion. That's my interpretation. I'm not reading off of a script, and I'm not watching anybody else's technical analysis. This is what I firmly believe, and this is how I trade the market. If you're looking to trade the market like I do, no spot fees on the buy and sell, and being able to futures trade up to 250x long years short in the market. Video description below and or pinned comments. There's Mexi and or BitGet. And if you want to join Tom's Army to get the exclusive Telegram, show me some support by sending a donation, or simply just sending some support or wanting to subscribe. Video description below and or pinned comments for all that information and more. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag fight assassins. And remember, help one person each and every day, because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, what the hell is the point on this journey to 2025? So gains for XRP, a rally in the making. XRP price increased by more than 4% in the last 24 hours. Market indicators were bullish and suggested a further trend or uptrend. XRP's daily activity registered massive upticks in the last 2 days. The sentiment around XRP also improved, as did its volume and MVRV ratio. Ripple XRP recently outshined other altcoins as it decoupled from the ongoing market trend. According to CoinMarketCap, XRP's price went up by over 8% in the last week. In the last 24 hours alone, XRP's price increased by 4%. At the time of writing, the token was trading at 50.5004 with a market capitalization of over $23 billion, making it the 6th largest crypto by market cap, and it held that support, and it's back over 51 cents. The XRP network activity soars. Not only did the token's price action turn bullish, but activity on the networks registered a massive spike of late. Santiment's tweet revealed that the blockchain's daily active addresses increased sharply. XRP witnessed its second largest address activity day of all time, with more than 490,000 addresses interacting on the network. Last time such a massive increase in activity was noted in March. After the past increase, the token's price rallied by 45%. So XRP network has now had its second and third largest address activity spikes of all time. These past 2 days, a mild plus 4% decoupling has emerged between XRP and the altcoin pack. And if history repeats itself from the March 18th activity spike, it could be more. So the March 18th activity, largest ever addressed activity spike, plus 45% price surge in the following 10 days. And now we've got XRP's second largest address activity day of all time, 490,000 interacting networks. So we'll see exactly how that plays. Stay blessed, everybody.